Hey guys, this is Lauren Lando and Eric Bach. Welcome to ESS. Today we're just going to go through a few exercises commonly known as landmine exercises. It's a nice variation to add into your system of training or into as your auxiliary exercises for your big core moving based exercises. Here we're going to break down a few different movements. All have a trunk component to them, but they all are a little bit different. The first exercise we're going to go into is called a Turkish Sit Up. Eric's going to lie down and he's going to place the bar toward the knee that is in the up position. Go ahead. And then bring it to the inside. Yeah, there you go. He's going to lie onto his back. He's got his right knee is up, his left leg is straight. Now there's a couple rules here. First rule, he's got to keep his right foot flat to the ground and his left heel flat to the ground as long as he can. He's going to put the weight into his right hand and he's going to slide the weight almost to shoulder height. From here he's going to press his forearm into the ground and he's going to maintain that brace position as he initiates the movement. Here's the key with initiating the movement. Pushing the feet into the ground, keeping the arms straight, initiating into trunk flexion, and as he initiates trunk flexion, as he comes up, he's going to go into slight rotation. Now, a couple ways that he can do this. He can post up to the hand, come back down, or he can keep the forearm on the ground and post up just to the forearm. A couple different working progressions, but the goal of the exercise is to maintain the straight arm position. He'll post up again to the forearm, working through this range of motion, and as he gets stronger, I'll allow him to come up and post up to the hand as long as he keeps the feet to the floor. This is a very challenging exercise for the trunk, but also the scapular stabilizers. The stabilizers of the glenohumeral joint are doing a lot of work here of holding position. One more time up to the forearm, and then one more time up through the hand. Perfect. Now, a little bit goes a long way on these exercises. 6 to 8 repetitions per side is going to be enough. But remember, what makes this exercise more effective and difficult is ultimately what's happening with the feet. Try not to allow any type of kipping. Really make this about the rectus and the obliques, and you can use the opposite side upper extremity to help a little bit for leverage. The next exercise we'll take it into is a landmine row. From here, Eric is going to get into a staggered stance, bent over position, almost like a staggered stance squat. Eric is in a back flat position. He's grabbing onto the barbell and he's going to pull the barbell up right to his side. As he pulls up, he's not trying to break the plane of his back. He's trying to get to the plane of his back as he rows, holding a good tucked position of the chin, abdominals engaged, and pulling right up through his side. As he rows, he's not pulling the elbow right up to the rib cage, and he's not pulling it at 90 degrees of abduction from the shoulder. He's pulling it at about 45-degree angle if we look at the torso and the shoulder. Another great variation off the landmine is a kneeling press. Now, Eric is going to go down into a kneeling position. The setup is key. As Eric is seated into this position, the barbell will be right at the front of his thigh. His elbow is directly under the wrist. From here, he's engaged through the trunk, and he's just going to press up and extend without changing trunk position. Knee is in a straight line position, and he'll press straight forward. As he presses straight forward, he can leave that depression of the shoulder and get a little elevation to let that scapula move a little bit more. Almost a slight reach to get a little upward rotation in the scapula. Each time Eric comes back down to his set position, he's stacking the wrist and the elbow, and he's not letting the barbell drop below shoulder height. The trunk is engaged the entire time. Now, the last exercise that we'll take into series here is a row to rotation. So Eric will stand facing the camera. He'll go into the same staggered squatting position that he was in the row, but now he's going to take it into a row to press. So he's set up, abs braced, back flat. He'll initiate the lift by pushing into the ground. He'll pull up vertically, and he'll transition into a press. As he transitions to a press, notice how he gets the pivot and the extension of the hips. Now this exercise begins at the feet. As Eric pushes through the ground, then he transitions or transfers that force from the ground through the feet, through the knees, through the hips, and ultimately rotates the torso and the shoulders follow suit. One more time. Abs braced, back flat. The key to this as well is once he finishes with that rotation, that he holds and maintains position. A lot of people will work on the overcoming phase, but they do not do a great job at holding position once they've applied the force. Here's just a few exercises off the landmine. I hope you enjoy.